All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to start in just about 30 seconds.
Ooh, all right, then full house. All right. So, welcome to tonight's graduation festivities for our Advanced Master Writer class number 010421. I'm Conor Murray, CEO of KMP Entertainment, and I'm delighted to have you all here so we celebrate our graduates. As we celebrate our graduates, I want you to be loud and excited to know how proud of them you are because they've done something that very few people do. They have invested into their passions and made a plan to pursue their dream full time, and that should be celebrated. So, before our MC appears, let's watch a little video.
I have to say that when I first enrolled in the class, I did not know what I was getting into, but it has been a very pleasant surprise.
I know that I did not have any idea how complex the Hollywood writing industry was, but through this course, I have had my eyes opened about.
For starters, it is a wonderful class. If I had to give it a rating, it would be 6 stars because 5 stars is not enough. And the reason I say that is because not only did I come out of it with the knowledge of basic writing and scripts, novels, comics, and gaming, but also it gave me the groundwork to create a portfolio that will help me in the real world should I pursue this. And that's what's so nice, because so many times you take a class and they don't give you the groundwork for what you need to succeed in the world. But this master writing class does. And so
You guys, this has got to be one of the best classes out there. And listen, nobody's paying me to say this. This is seriously one of the best classes out there. This class is chock full with knowledge, with resources, guidance. It's astounding. It's just amazing. We just had our final, and our final was pitching to some of the industry's leaders. And so for me, I think not only was learning how to write a script and polish a script very valuable to me, but I also found that knowing about the business end of it, which I was surprised that I would even really pay too much attention to that. Like, I thought I would be like, okay, yeah. Okay, I got it. Can we get back to writing the script? But that's not what I did. I was really intrigued with all of the laws, especially when it came to protecting your intellectual property.
For me, this course has challenged me. It has taught me, excited me. It has just did miraculous things in my life. Just the transformation that I could carry this knowledge and this information that is given to me, stowed away to be a professional writer. I could take it with me on my journey for life. It is definitely going to be incorporated in all things that I do. From this point on, I just thank God for the challenge and the opportunity for Miss Michelle's course, the KMP, all blessings. And everybody that has taken this course and that have challenged themselves to see their vision and their dreams come true, I commend you. Because
course. I have to tell you, it has been the most rewarding and realistic educational experience I ever had in my life. I gotta tell you, it was life changing, it was difficult, it was hard, it was everything you expect college to be. The course is not easy. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And this is not for everyone. If you're serious about your career, this is a course for you.
I've enjoyed it. I've completed it. It's over for me. This part of it's over for me. Now I actually get to go out and be that writer. And I know all the pitfalls and what to sidestep. And I would not have had that information had I not taken this class.
All right. Give me just 1 second here. All right. Well, again, as Kendall said, thank you to everyone for coming out tonight to celebrate your graduate. I am Michelle Murray, COO of KMP Entertainment and head instructor of both our writing and our business education programs. Now, as Kendall said earlier, we are super excited to have every single one of you here with us tonight in celebration of your graduate. They have definitely put in the work, and I'm sure they'll all agree that the tassel was worth the hassle. We want you to be rowdy. We want you to be raucous. When you hear your graduate's name called in just a few moments, please cheer for them. They have worked hard and they sincerely deserve it. Okay, so if your microphone is muted, go ahead and unmute yourself so they can hear you. Now, also, I want to say this. When you hear a graduate's name that's called that isn't your grad, please cheer for them too. They've all worked especially hard during this course, and they should absolutely be celebrated. When it comes to academic regalia, every color and shape symbolizes something. The American Academic Costume Code dictates this. So it was established in 1893 and has been widely used since. White is the color for writers. Your graduate dons a white gown with an orange stole to represent the KMP colors. A few will also display an honor cord around their neck in orange to showcase their achievements above and beyond ordinary classwork. Our valedictorian and salutatorian will have a medal showcasing their achievements as well. Now, let's get ready to help me welcome your graduates to tonight's ceremony. Class valedictorian Brooke Green.
Woo! Yay!
Brooke had an average of 100%. Did you hear me say 100%?
100%. Yay!
She also took the time to complete the honors designation, which included a 7,500 word essay as well as a video. She's wearing the honor cord.
Yay! Yeah, Miss Brooke.
Next, we have our class salutatorian, Melanie Seifert.
Yay, Melanie!
Melanie had an average of 99.9. 99.9. Next, we have William Brower. William had an average of 99.8.
Yay!
Good job, William.
Next is Mr. Mark Pumphrey. Mark also had an average of 99.8. Mark completed the honors component and wears an honor cord to showcase this.
Their camera's on.
Next is Javier Simons.
Yay!
Also wearing an honor cord.
Go, Javi.
Next is Katrina Schmidl.
Yay! Katrina.
Then we have Maria Q. Vasquez. And she also went above and beyond and wears an honors cord.
Woo! Yay, Maria! Woohoo! Don't book in her.
We have Taki Bara Yolanda Heel, who has also graduated with honors and wears the honor cord.
Yay!
And last but certainly far from least is Michael D. Head. And Michael also graduated with honors and wears the honor cord.
Yay, Michael! Good job.
Please give them all one more round of applause. Loud and thunderous applause, because they deserve it. I promise you, they have worked
All right, congratulations,
Good job.
everyone.
to be here tonight. So right now, I'd like to introduce the class salutatorian, Melanie Seifert, to say a few words.
Hello, everybody. We're so excited. You know, I did not, I thought, okay, I'm going to memorize the speech. And then I thought, there's no way I'm going to memorize the speech. I was so nervous. I'm still nervous. And I don't even have any reason to be nervous. We've already graduated. We've already done the hard part. So please bear with me as I read through my speech that I have prepared for you. Well, well, well. Here we are at the finish line again. I cannot believe how fast these past 16 weeks have flown by. I mean, it has been an amazing experience. And I honestly didn't think that it could have gotten any better after I completed that first master class, but let me tell you, it did. It really, really did. The greatest memories that I have had, I mean, I can't even tell you, there just been so many that have made this experience something that I'm going to carry for the rest of my life. My life in general has just been expanded and enriched. And I have not only my classmates to thank, but thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But I want to say a special thank you to our instructor, teacher, mentor, friend, Miss Michelle Murray. This lady, you guys, she's gone above and beyond to help us to complete these courses. She puts her whole self into the program, and I could not be more grateful for this experience. And Michelle, you are an angel, and I'm not just saying that. I really, really do mean it. And from the bottom of my heart, I'm so grateful for you coming into my life. You came at the right time. None of us expected COVID to happen, but when you came, you absolutely gave me something to keep my mind busy, to keep my hands busy, and to keep my creativity growing. And for that, Miss Michelle, I am going to always be amazingly grateful to have known you, to have met you, and hopefully to work with you. That's down the pipeline, I know. But anyway, I think the biggest takeaway for me, you guys, is learning how to write a log line. I think that if any of you guys have been following me on social media, you have seen me, post pictures of me saying that I'm in log line hell, because learning how to craft a log line, and just so you guys know what a log line is for everybody who's out there, but I'm thinking that since you've had someone, a graduate in the program, you've probably heard them talking about it, but just in case you haven't, a log line, you guys, is one sentence that is really supposed to tie your whole movie together and have, a prospective buyer or script reader or someone say, I like that. I really like that. We should set up a meeting, right? And so I struggled to get through this log line. It was one sentence, just one sentence. How could one sentence be so damn hard? But when you get off this, talk to them. They're going to tell you it is one of the most challenging things to do. But we got through it. We navigated that rough water, and we were able to construct a presentable log line, which we did present in our pitch final last week. It doesn't even seem like last week. Is it just me? But it seems like it was a long, long time ago. But it really was just last week. Anyway, I have always loved school and learning new things. And I was just talking with one of my fellow classmates about this love the other day. There's just something about being able to discuss new concepts and new information. And the gratitude that I have for my classmates to help me, learn and get through things. We had discussion posts, and I know you guys don't know what that is, but every week we had to write discussion posts about some of the information that we were being given, and of course, reading and watching videos. And so we did these discussion posts weekly. We did reply posts weekly. I don't even know what I'm going to do now that school's over. I mean, I do know what I'm going to do. I got work, but as far as my time, it's just I feel like I'm going to be like sitting here like this, like, okay, what's next? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Because we are so busy. And she gives you this homework. Like, I think it was Javi who's in his outtake in his video when he said, this is serious work. If you are not a person who is dedicated to the art of writing, this is really not the class for you. But luckily, I've been writing for a long time, and I just kind of fell into it. But I'm Miss Murray, she did have to kick me a couple of times to kind of get in gear. But I did it. I can't believe 99.9. Dang! If only I had have done that 7,500 word essay. But I was so busy. Anyway, you guys, I just want to say a heartfelt thank you to all of you, to my friends, to my family, to our teacher, and to my classmates. It has been an amazing experience. And again, this is not going to be something that is going to be easily to forget. It's just going to be on and on, because life just keeps getting better and better and better and better. So thank you guys. Have fun.
Thank you, Melanie, for those sweet words. So now I would like to address our graduates tonight. So every single one of you were told on day one of this program that you would grow or you would tap out. And though a number of your classmates did tap out, 17 to be precise, you didn't. You decided to stand and grow tall in your passion for storytelling. That says a lot about your character, and it tells me you will go far because you, my friend, have sticky tatootie. And for our special guest who might say, huh, what did she just say? What is sticky tatootie? Will allow me to explain. My students know what it is. But sticky tatootie is a phrase coined by the original settlers of Utah. If you've ever been to Utah, you know it has some of the most treacherous terrain in this country, along with some of the harshest weather conditions literally known to man, okay? Especially in the winter. Think about the Donner Party, right? And especially without modern tech and automobiles. Just think how treacherous this terrain, lots of rock, lots of mountain, lots of ridges and cliffs. Well, many of the original settlers who walked there, by the way, felt like giving up, turning back, going home. It just looked like a wasteland to them. But their leader told them no. They'd been blessed with sticky tatootie and would settle this area and make it a beautiful place for generations who would come after them. It was their very duty, their leader told them. So they stayed and they achieved their goals by sticking to their duty. That's what sticky tatootie means, sticking to your duty to others, your duty to yourselves. Each of you has embraced that concept of sticky tatootie while in this course. You know, quitting is a decision. And staying the course and winning, that's also a decision. Each of you made the decision to win and not to quit. You didn't quit because you understand that we all have the potential to do anything we choose. And you have chosen to be a storyteller. Now, your calling isn't something that somebody can tell you about. It's what you feel. It's a part of your life force. It's the thing that gives you juice, okay? The thing that you're supposed to do. And nobody can tell you what that is. Only you know it. You know it inside of yourself. And that's what led you to this course. Okay, in this course, you've learned that hardships do not predict failure. In fact, quite the opposite. They sharpen you for the success you will obtain in life. They keep things in perspective and make you humble, gracious, and appreciative. Your failures help you see that you're not an island and you do need a network. This is a business of relationships. And you start it by walking your own hero's journey. Your hero's journey started a little over 28 weeks ago, 33 if you count the winter holiday hiatus. You learned a whole lot of things. You learned about the visual art of storytelling, what a premise, genre, and logline are. Then you learned how to write conflict and create visceral characters. You learned structure, how to analyze a script, how to do beat sheets and outlines. And then you learned how to write for both episodic and serialized television, along with how to edit and provide coverage. After that, you learned how to write for video games and comic books. And all the while, you studied the greats of this business: Sid Field, Michael Haig, John Truby, Christopher Lockhart, and others. And did I mention that you were tasked to complete a feature-length script or novel during that same time? Then you moved on to the business of things. Influences your success. You studied Mastery Concepts by Robert Greene. Day one after the Christmas holidays, you were tasked to create a budget for your script, and not an imaginary one either. You had to create one that had real figures and lots of pages to it. You learned how budgeting impacts the marketability of your story. You learned how to write for commercials and how to set up not only your LinkedIn, but your website and your whole entire brand as well. You sat in virtual seminars with students from Yale, from New York Film Academy and New York University, as well as seminars with seasoned TV and film writers, producers, and directors. You learned about media and pop culture and your responsibility and influence as a writer. You learned how to write papers in APA format, so you could do that 7,500 word essay. You learned how to copyright your work with the U.S. Copyright Office. You learned how to register it with the Writers Guild. You also learned what patent and trademarks are. You prepared lessons and taught them to the students in the beginner course. You learned basics of intellectual property law and why you need to have a competent entertainment attorney on board. You learned contract basics, film financing, film distribution, and things like life rights and option agreements. You polished your portfolios, you dug deep for your confidence, and you pitched to not one, but 5 industry professionals, producers, script buyers. You honed your pitches in front of the story editor for William Morris Endeavor, the largest agency on the planet. You also honed your stories in front of producers and showrunners with almost 200 years of experience between them. And they didn't tear you up too bad at all. That's quite encouraging. That says a lot about what you bring to the table. Joseph Campbell, a philosopher who also helped inspire the creation of Star Wars, once said, "The achievement of the hero is one that he is ready for. It's really a manifestation of his character. The landscape and conditions of the environment match the readiness of the hero. The adventure that he is ready for is the one that he gets." Throughout our history, brave men and women have faced daunting challenges and they have embraced adventure. You have learned in this course that your fate is never, ever to be dictated by your fear. Your future is written by what you have the passion to pursue. You're going to have to take some chances in this life. In the Broadway musical Hamilton, the lead character sings and he raps that he's not throwing away his shot. Too many people in life don't take theirs. Often it's because the important opportunities in life aren't apparent until after you've seized them. You can only tell how pivotal they were after the fact. This course, this graduation, just might be one of those moments that you can't tell how pivotal it was until way down the road. What we're really celebrating here today is the culmination of this stage of your life's work in making you better able to deal with whatever comes your way, both positive and negative. You're going to be blindsided by events, okay? I'm not going to lie to you. You know I don't sugarcoat things. You will be blindsided by things, both joyous and not, your entire life for the rest of your days, okay? But what you've done by completing this chapter in your personal story is hedge against the future. You don't know what's coming. Who can? But because of the work you've put in, you've become a more formidable individual. A more formidable version of you will be better able to roll with whatever punches await, while also putting you in a better position to take advantage of the opportunities that will come your way in life. And there's going to be plenty of them. But think about who you were when you started here with KMP Entertainment, and think about yourself now that you've finished. You've done the equivalent of leveling up in this game called life. This impacts everything for the rest of your days in ways that, again, will be obvious and not. A more formidable you will be a better content creator, a better boss, a better parent, and maybe even a better person. Now, you may not be able to count on your specific plans for the future. They may get derailed. Thank you, COVID-19. They may get derailed, or you may fall in love with another path. But because of your efforts and hard work here, You're going to be more prepared for all of it, every single bit of it. But what I want you to remember is take your shots along the way, because you never know which ones are going to pay off until you're in a position later on to connect the dots of your own past. I can guarantee you that the shot you took when you applied to this training academy is one you will never regret nor ever forget. Congratulations to every single one of you on radically improving your chances in the business of entertainment. I am so proud of each of you. Sincerely, my heart sings for each of you. As you graduate, I also want to leave you with another thing. Please remember to stay away from what I call still people. People who are still making excuses, still complaining, still not making any effort. You don't have time for that. You have a whole new tool bag and you know exactly where you need and where you want to use it. Go out into the world and tell your stories. I will definitely be watching and listening and cheering you on because you absolutely belong in the room. Now, with that said, let's present your diplomas. And of course, we're virtual, so I can't actually hand it to you, but I can have you ceremoniously pull out your envelopes and open them as a team. So for our guests, this diploma is symbolic. A diploma is the universal symbol for the end. But the diploma also signifies an end to a journey and the gateway to a new one. Each diploma holds significance. However, that significance is dependent upon the person who has earned it. I know for each and every single one of you, based on your work ethic, your drive, your desire for a career in this field, I know that your diploma is symbolic of the keys to the car. You're just about to get started and take the journey of a lifetime. And I wish you nothing but the best as you head off. So please, another round of applause for your graduate. Every single one of you has done fabulous. Every single one of you. And feel free to hold those diplomas up so your loved ones can see them if you like. And now I'd like to have some remarks from our class valedictorian, Brooke Green.
Woo!
I am just going to stick to the script. So first of all, I just want to say congratulations to all of you. There were many. We are the ones who made it through the fire, the rain, the heartache, and the pain, which we all know it was. It wasn't easy, but we did it. There are a couple of sayings that I say in an organization that I'm part of, and they are get comfortable being uncomfortable and eat the squash. And what that means is there will be some places that we are meant to be, but it will be so far out of our comfort zone. But hold on, because you are meant to be in the room. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Eating squash is nasty. I hate it. So when I say eat the squash, it means there will be times when we are scared to go, so scared that we want to throw up like we just ate some nasty squash. But again, it is our purpose. This is God's plan for our path in life. So in closing, I say, get comfortable being uncomfortable and walk in God's path and eat the squash.
All right, very good.
I like that analogy, Brooke. Thank you for that. That's cute. But I love squash. I could eat squash all day. But great words, great words. So now I'd like to present some awards to the class. And again, we're still in this pandemic, so I can't be in person to hand those to you personally. So whip out your envelope that's marked award when I call your name. Now, for our visitors, we held an election, and these are awards that their peers selected them for. Their peers voted them for these. So our first award goes to Taki Bara Yolanda Hill. Taki, your classmates voted you most motivational. The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. So I want to thank you, Taki, for being the bright light that always shone brilliantly on every single opportunity in this course. The next award, Javier Simons. Javi, you were voted most cheerful by your classmates. And Javi, you've taught us that life is really best lived like an open fireplace, where all who interact with us can be warmed and cheered. Thank you for that. Now, most studious, there was a tie. So we have two students that were selected as most studious. So Mark Pumphrey and Brooke Green, you were both selected to be most studious. And what I'll say about that is every morning you have two choices. You can continue to sleep with your dreams, or you can wake up and chase them. And both of you have clearly chosen to chase them. And you're to be commended for that.
Thank you, Michelle.
Our next award goes to Melanie Seifert. And Melanie, your classmates designated you as most likely to succeed. And the longer you hang around me, the more often you'll hear me say this: purpose, direction, and motivation. Purpose, direction, and motivation. These three things are at the root of success. I don't care what you're doing. These three things are at the root of your success. And you have shown us daily what grit looks like, and you've inspired all of us greatly in the process. So thank you for that. So the next award goes to Michael D. Head. Michael, you were selected as the courageous creative. You know, and there's a lot of times we have to be bold and courageous in this field. It's scary to present our work to others and be judged, right? And also to go after things we've never achieved before. And so what I would tell you about being a courageous creative, Michael, is if you do what you always did, you will get what you always got. But you know that because you've done many courageous things in this class, inspiring us all and setting the tone for your next chapter. The next award goes to Katrina Schmidl. Katrina, you were designated decidedly dedicated. You often said that this was the first time you completed a whole entire story, but you saw this through to the finish line. So we look forward to many, many more stories to come. You've shown us that opportunities don't happen, rather they're created. The next award goes to Mr. William Brower. William, you were designated as the fact finder. The fact finder. Research is formalized curiosity. It's poking and prying with a purpose. Your curiosity is inspiring, William. Thank you for that. And then certainly not our least award, but our last award goes to Maria Q. Vasquez. And Mia, you were selected as most improved. You've shown us how beautiful it is when you set an intention and a relentless focus on living your life as the greatest person you can be in all situations. So thank you for that. So one more round of applause for our graduates, everyone. So also, graduates, I want to say this. I wish each of you nothing but the best. Even if you don't see me, even if our paths diverge for some reason, know that I am forever your cheerleader. You have sincerely touched my soul and left a print. You are well trained and you're passionate. You can do any and every single thing you decide to do. Remember that as you move forward. And I know you've already decided to do some great things, and I can't wait to see them come to life. Sincerely. And always remember, you belong in the room. And ladies and gentlemen, this concludes tonight's ceremony. Thank you so much for attending. And one last round of applause for our graduates.
Congratulations,
You've
Melanie.
done amazing. And graduates, if I can get you to hang out for a
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Hi, everyone.
There you go, Katrina.
Thanks, Mel.
Thank you, Michelle.
Hey, Taki.
Thanks, everybody. Oh my God.
Good,
Thank you.
good,
We in here. We're about to create things. We're going to create everything.
I see you.
everything, all the things. Yes.
All the things. Yes.
All of it.
Then find
So
more
proud
things
of
to
you.
create
Hey,
more
Uncle.
things.
I see you, Uncle Nick. I
You
see you,
see?
Daddy. I see you, Uncle. I see you, Daddy.
So proud of you.
Congratulations, honey.
Thank you, Amy. I am like, I don't know how to feel.
Like that.
Don't start crying.
I'm not. You guys know I'm the
Don't
crybaby.
start crying.
I'm the crybaby of the group.
You said no tears.
Baseball. There's restoration in tears.
We already cried during our pitches. Fuck that.
I know. Get strong.
There's restoration in tears. Let it flow.
We're professionals here.
Thanks for
No crying.
No crying.
You can cry.
just do it professionally.